We have worked with young people and we have empowered them with social entrepreneurship skills and supported them to initiate businesses that will in turn enable them to earn their lives in a decent way away from crime.
We learned an awful lot by seeing a group of people, the rural area people, that learned how to be more productive. And because of this, and because they changed their minds a little bit about the way that they were going to approach the production and life, they were able to take it to where their kids who were starving on one meal a day were now eating 3 meals a day. They were caring for all of their orphans where they didn't used to do that before. And there were so many different changes that went on in the community that this became a sort of a model that if we can do this and we could teach the people of Africa and then work with them to give them a hand up to be more successful themselves, that this would be the solution to all poverty.
So our projects are also ensuring that the women and the community groups are empowered with the agricultural skills that will enable them to have a right way of preparing their farms, right way of ensuring that they learn on how to manage the specific crop and plant that they are planting. And this in turn, with those skills that are given to them, this in turn enable them to have huge produce. And when they have huge produce, then they're able to make profit and in turn be able to support their families, build decent houses compared to grass thatched roofed houses that they have before. And this is also one of the success where a community, if it is empowered, will be able to manage and produce and be independent. So our main way of achieving this is that with experience is that when people rely on handouts being given to them, and when those handouts are cut off, the people become much more poorer, the people become much more into problems that they were before they were given handouts. And our organization is enabling people to be able to solve their own problem and be independent and be productive to the extent that they don't rely on handouts, but they rely on solving their own problem and become industrious. One of the example is we have empowered a community in Ringa that with agribusiness, giving them oxen, and in turn they have used the oxen to produce more in agriculture, have more agricultural produce, and with the sale of those agricultural produce, they are able to support 145 orphans within their community. If we have this in all the communities, then we will not have people seeking for other people from other countries all over the world to be able to take their responsibility by sponsoring children in their own community. When a child is raised with the people from their own community, they feel they are part of the community. They feel they are much more responsible to play a role in also supporting that same community that supported them. And if we enable all the communities across Africa to be able to solve their own problem, support their own people, then we have a sustainable way that the communities will handle their own problem, like the one I've mentioned, in a better way without relying or leaving problem unsolved to wait for handouts.